everyone, it's Michael here presenting today's update on some fascinating bodybuilding developments. First, let's examine this extraordinary physique update from Goodvito, who is actually just 2 weeks away from Arnold Classic Brazil. At 2 weeks out, Goodvito appears set to dominate the Arnold Classic Brazil without much competition. That outcome seems fairly certain. The more intriguing question is whether Goodvito can triumph at Pittsburgh Pro. From reliable information I've received, Derek Lunsford definitely signed a contract some time ago to compete. So the lineup includes Derek Lunsford, Nick Walker, Martin Fitzwater, and now Goodvito. While these competitors are exceptional, Derek being an Olympia champion, Martin placing 4th at last year's Mr. Olympia, and Nick reaching as high as 3rd place and winning an Arnold Classic, I believe we need to consider this a formidable group of 4, not just 3. Examining Goodvito's front double bicep pose reveals tremendous development, impressive size in his legs, arms, biceps, lats, combined with a narrow waist. His front double might actually be the most impressive on that stage. His legs appear larger than Derek's with better quad definition. His biceps look superior to Martin Fitzwater's, and his waist and overall flow surpass Nick Walker's. I could potentially see him outperforming all these competitors in this particular pose. His side chest pose demonstrates excellent thickness throughout his upper body and legs, with prominent hamstrings, while his arms show some unevenness and his chest could use additional fullness. Though he's likely depleted from contest preparation, the overall presentation is strong. However, his back double bicep pose presents challenges. He'll likely lose this comparison against Derek, Nick, and Martin. Nevertheless, improvement is evident, and once fully dried out and filled in, his skin might appear less wrinkled as the muscle stretches it, potentially making his back look more defined and fuller. With 2 weeks remaining before Arnold Classic Brazil, he has time to refine his conditioning and then potentially focus on fullness afterward, perhaps implementing a slight rebound before cutting down again for Pittsburgh Pro. It's possible his team is preserving his peak for Pittsburgh, where the competition will be fiercer, rather than being 100% for Arnold Classic Brazil. Regarding his side tricep pose, like his side chest, it shows considerable thickness combined with a small waist and controlled midsection, increasingly rare in today's competitors. His abs and thighs pose ranks among his strongest, surpassing both Derek's and Nick's versions. His most muscular is impressively freaky, potentially challenging both Nick and Martin, while likely surpassing Derek, for whom this is a weaker pose. I recognize how surprising it sounds discussing Goodvito as someone who could potentially defeat Derek Lunsford, but that's my assessment. Perhaps I'm misjudging, but his current appearance is phenomenal, and I can envision him standing alongside the world's best. While he needs additional conditioning refinements, he's approximately 90% prepared now, with noticeable size improvements that make him truly dangerous. I'm not predicting a Pittsburgh Pro victory against all 3 competitors, as those odds seem low, but I expect him to compare very favorably. Now regarding Jack Eagles, a new Classic Physique Pro who earned his card last year and recently made his pro debut. Many of you may know him as bodybuilding's emerging social media sensation in Classic Physique. When his physique updates circulated widely on social media with considerable hype, I personally found nothing particularly extraordinary. He has a small waist and good structure, but nothing that stood out dramatically. At approximately 23 years old, he's young but not remarkably so in this division. Consider that Chris Bumstead won Olympia at 25. Examining his physique, I didn't find it exceptional. His arms and legs appear somewhat underdeveloped. He possesses wide shoulders, a broad chest, small waist, and prominent lats, but lacks impressive muscularity overall. That's why I hadn't covered him until now, after his competition, where he's reportedly placing between 6th and 8th. The competition footage quality is poor, and he appears flat. But the question remains, is he flat or simply undersized? Despite his excellent structure, he needs considerable development in his legs, arms, and overall mass to compete against top classic physique professionals. If he's already at his weight cap, this progression becomes problematic, and transitioning to open division seems unrealistic given his frame. While his preparation might have been flawed, I don't believe that's the primary issue, as his social media updates leading to the show actually presented him better than his stage appearance. I'm not attempting to be harsh, merely offering my honest assessment. I mention him specifically because of the widespread attention he's received, with numerous Instagram accounts portraying him as the future of classic physique, which I never personally observed. His 6th to 8th place finish validates my perspective. I certainly wish him success and hope he develops significantly over the coming years. If he achieves that, I'll acknowledge it. Regarding his potential to win a pro show this year and qualify for Olympia, perhaps at one of the lesser competitions, but becoming a top classic physique competitor would require approximately 3 years of substantial muscle development, possibly 20 additional pounds if his weight cap allows. Now observe Wesley Vissers 1 week before Detroit Pro. He's regained the fullness that was absent at the Arnold Classic, appearing incredibly massive, wide, with exceptional chest detail, shoulder width, and substantial arm development. This exemplifies what a top classic physique competitor should look like, potentially an Olympia winner. We understand Wesley decided against competing at the Olympia, a decision made between Arnold Classic and Detroit. Arguably the worst timing for such decisions, when emotions and depleted physical state can compromise judgment. According to his wife, once he states something, he commits to it, suggesting he'll maintain this position. I believe this is a mistake. If he defeats Matt Grego, who placed 3rd at Arnold Classic at Detroit Pro, it would make a significant statement. I don't see why Wesley couldn't win the Olympia. Despite Mike Sommerfeld's excellence and competitors like Urs Kalaczynski, Logan Franklin, and Ramon Dino being formidable, Wesley has previously defeated most of them when at his best. Since then, he substantially missed his peak for both Olympia and Arnold Classic. His current condition for Detroit Pro appears tremendously improved, suggesting he's recapturing his optimal form. I hope he reconsiders and competes at Olympia, because his preparation appears outstanding. What are your thoughts? Do you see Wesley winning Detroit? What were your initial impressions of Jack Eagles versus now? Could Goodvito triumph at Pittsburgh Pro? Share your opinions in the comments. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and take care.